to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Trustee Foley?
Yes, ma'am. Here.
Trustee Cox?
Here.
Trustee Hopkins?
Here.
Trustee Stack?
Here.
Supervisor Allen?
Here. Motion to vote to approve trustees' participation.
So we don't need to do that.
We don't need to do that tonight? We can pass on that. Okay. Going to approval of prior meetings minutes.
Motion.
Do we have a motion? Mike?
No, Jim.
Jim? Oh, I'm sorry. Roll call.
Trustee Foley?
Aye.
Trustee Cox?
Yes.
Trustee Hopkins?
Yes.
Trustee Stack? Supervisor Allen?
Yes. Public comments? Any? Yes.
On August the 13th, I attended a meeting here, and I told you folks that I had fell at the senior center here. The trustees said they did not know I fell. An accident report was made out. I had to go to the hospital in an ambulance. I was told, don't worry, we have liability and medical, and they would pay for your glasses. I have not heard or received one penny. I am out $1,603.13 of my own money because I only have Medicare. I'm a widow and I don't have a supplement. Medicare has paid some of my bills and I need my money reimbursed that I was promised. Don't worry, we'll take care of you. We have insurance and also for glasses. And I gave all of my bills. I was told to take to Mr. Redmond. I gave them all the bills I got. I brought all my bills to Vicki, turned them in to her on July the 24th of 2019. So I would like to know, what am I going to do? I need my money. I paid out.
Yeah, could you speak on that?
So sure, we have submitted your claim to our liability carrier and they have declined to cover you. You're going to have to,
I received a letter from them and they said that they had witnesses. Nobody was out there when I fell, but.
so here's what I'm not going to do and what's not going to happen is we're not going to litigate the facts of what happened in an incident on our property right now in an open meeting. If you feel like you have a claim against the township, I suggest that you retain counsel.
You what?
I suggest you retain counsel. We have submitted your claim to our liability carrier and they have declined to cover your loss. So we are not going to be paying you out of our own funds. So we have insurance for this. If you want to pursue this, you can get an attorney and do so.
Well, the adjuster said he had witnesses. Nobody was out there but me and Cindy. And I have proofs where I fell, where the blood was. And I just don't.
Can I ask, maybe this will help, did someone, who told you that we were going to pay?
Again, we're not going to litigate this. We're not going to discuss the facts. We're not going to do fact finding in an open meeting.
Okay, so
if this case needs to be worked out with lawyers, then I suggest you hire a lawyer to pursue the claim. We're not paying you directly out of our funds to pay this.
what our attorney is saying, all right, is just, we can't talk about this in open setting right now.
Okay, can we have a closed session? May I attend a closed session?
you know, we can figure that out, but it's not that we don't care. We care. We want the right thing to happen for everybody.
How come?
And we just can't do this right now, and
Okay,
that's
how
the
come none
solution.
of the trustees were told about me falling?
So again, I'm going to intervene, and I'm going to say that
Don't say no more.
we're
Yeah, I understand.
not going to be working this out of this meeting right now. If you need to get counsel to pursue this claim, then that is your absolute right to do so. I'm not going to tell you not to. I will tell you that if we have submitted your claim to our liability carrier, they have denied coverage for your loss. When our liability carrier denies coverage, we don't step in.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other public comments?
Would you like me to speak about Special Olympics now, or do you want me to wait till new business?
What, ma'am?
Special Olympics? Do
Oh,
you want me to wait? Okay.
yeah, we'll get down to it. Yes. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. Reports by officers, committees, and special committees. Any?
I have a few things. One, I was gonna see where, because I thought we were all in agreement that we liked the idea about the calendar, the yearly calendar. Have you seen or heard anything about that for the trustees moving forward? Because again, we had lots of problems over the summer, and we'll have a deadline coming up for our not our budget, our levies, our tax levies, and it's just good to know what's coming up, what we need to do at certain times, I think, for everybody.
Is this what you're talking about, this?
No, it's just for Collinsville Township, and it would be for the trustees to say, you know, here's what's coming up, and again, our office manager said that she needed help, you know, with the kids' school supplies, and it would be great to just know all these things and get a calendar and say, here's the events going on. It's not necessarily for the public, it's for us, and I think it would help us. I was just seeing if we could ever, I mean, does the board agree on that?
So, we can't take a vote.
No, I'm not asking, no.
You're asking
This
for
is something so
agreement.
simple that I don't think we need a vote on. I'm just,
So when you're, and I'm not just saying this to be difficult, but when you're asking for the entire board for their agreement, that is in essence calling for a vote. You can't do that.
okay, well, I think it's a good idea. I don't know where they stand because they won't say. So anyway, that's where I am on that. I do want to bring up where the PEP grant, because I think the board deserves to know kind of where we're at with that. And I actually have some really good news that I think everybody would be very happy about. First, the information that was given last weekend, or last meeting by Ms. Jackson, it was incorrect. She said that we had 11,759 that we applied for the grant. I have an email from Mr. Arnold stating that we have 15,243 for the grant. We actually have 4,245 left. And I believe, by the looks of it, we just have one item, and we need to come to some kind of agreement.
4,200.
We have 4,245 left in the grant.
Unspent.
Yes.
We're talking about this building.
Yes, it's for the
Yeah.
senior center is the only thing that
Just for the people,
qualifies.
you know.
Right, and for the people to understand, PEP grant, it used to go directly to Collinsville Area Recreational District. Then it was dissolved, so then this money, it's to help the communities out, and it's a 1/10 of 1 cent sales tax countywide. So if we don't go get it, if Collinsville Township doesn't go get it, the money will go to Granite City, Edwardsville, Alton, other towns. All right, so this is a good thing that we don't have to pay back. This money is taxed countywide, and we're just up there getting it back for the senior center, so it's a good thing. Moving forward, this is some new news and some great news. I mentioned this at our annual meeting, and we talked about it for a couple of years, that vacant lot next door. It's got weeds growing up, it's got yellow tape around. To me, it looks bad for the city, and it would be a huge asset for Collinsville Township to have a place to park, especially for the seniors. So I've been working with the county, talking with them, trying to get them on board, and it looks like that they're going to be willing to buy that lot for us all right, as far as the PEP grant money, and give that to Collinsville Township, and I couldn't think of anything better.
They're gonna use PEP grant money to buy that lot?
Yep, and so what it is, Dan, it's
At the price it is?
Yes, so what it is it's a PEP loan. And so what they do is they take it's 0 interest, okay? And we can talk about this down the road. I don't need any board action tonight. I'm just making sure, I'm just giving you guys an update. I want to be open to what's going on. What it is so then for 5 years, instead of applying to get the $25,000, $28,000, all right, that money would go straight to that project. I just think that it would be a huge asset for Collinsville, for the senior center, and not cost the taxpayers.
And we would do the improvements?
Yes, yeah, we would need to pay it. I was just off, record talking to Larry and his guys about it, and they seem to think that it's not that big a deal. I'm not the expert on this, but we'll figure out what that is.
I don't know if we can have Larry's guys do improvements on that.
Yeah.
To pave it, the Collinsville Township couldn't pave it?
I think there's
We'll see if we can get some
questions.
waivers, if it's the city causing, whatever, but, so anyway.
Yeah, thank you, but we've been working on that a long time with the city also, with the county. Yeah.
Okay, well, it looks like we're moving forward, and I'm gonna work with you on this loan, just so you understand, and I'll set up a time to come in, because there are some things that need signed.
That's right.
I wonder, we already know what they're asking for that lot.
Yeah, and he hasn't budged
What's
an
that?
inch.
What's that say?
Yeah.
Right, and he knows that,
Do that.
well, he knows that I'm not happy about it, nobody's happy about it, but we're also not happy with the state things have been in for, 8 years, 7 years, whatever it is. This is a win-win. I mean, this is simple. So anyway, I guess I just had a real simple question, because I've always wondered this, and then you can jump in anytime. We get like letters in the mail that we have to go pick up, and I guess it's people annexing Collinsville Township. And so now, like, I even understand, like, Troy is gonna be taking like 2 miles of Collinsville Township. Do we do anything as a board about that? Do we, I don't know, it's a general
As
open.
far as I know, it's just information.
Yeah.
Letting us know that it's occurring. We really don't, I don't think we have any recourse.
Right. and-
We haven't been approached.
So, I mean, I guess my question is this,
Do we, Jack?
This is news to me, I've never
Yes,
seen
we get
this.
letters.
we get letters all the time, like,
Maryville, Glen Harbor.
When they're all doing this same thing, annexing in.
well, and then I would think that, as far as, because people like our roads crew, our roads, and so like this latest one, I understand they're gonna do a couple miles of just the road, so people will be,
I haven't seen one lately.
people will be paying for Collinsville Township taxes, but then that road will be maintained by Troy. And I'm not a fan of that, because our roads crew does a good job, So anyway, I was just wondering, if anybody, anything on that. So, don't do anything, I guess. Okay.
To answer that, what he was saying, when you get them, there is a hearing date on them when you can go to a public hearing if you want to go there. You're beating the wind when you do, most of the time, especially when it's property. Now with this occasion, that might be a horse of a different feather. On another thing I would like to ask, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, when the PEP grant first came out, was it not said it was going to be for $28,000? And now it's down to 15. What happened with the other 13?
Yeah, I can answer that. So we are approved for up to $28,000. And that's what's great about this lot, is we won't have to apply. They're just gonna put the full amount, every dollar that we're approved for, towards that. What happened was, it's really for park enhancement project, whatever. So it's for parks. And so it's not.
Oh, I know.
Right.
I went to the meeting.
Right, it's not that easy, Mike, to go up there and get them, that whole committee, to all of a sudden give it to a senior center. And I was in that meeting, and I told them how I thought that this was just as important as any park, and so they agreed. And so the point is, we had to come up with items that would kind of fall under, you know, and we're not just gonna go out and spin crazy, so we filled out with items and we came up, and the amount was $15,243. That was the amount that we submitted to them. That's all the items that we need, new chairs, new tables, all right? And that's what they gave us. But we are approved for up to $28,000 last year. Years, it might go from $5 per parcel down to $4. There's word of that.
Okay, I'm gonna ask another question concerning this property over there. And I've always been an advocate to say, if the guy that owns the property ever got right and also did the testing on it from his fill that he did, because I was here a couple of days when I saw a bunch of the crap that was put in there. And a bunch of the stuff was put in there was, I hate saying that word crap, but it was junk.
So.
Wait a minute,
Okay.
are they well aware that there needs to be testing on that before you can even fill over it and pave it? Because you can't just do that.
No, you
That's
have to, by law.
by law,
They
you have to
they
test it.
help. Yeah.
So anyway, here's just the only thing that he told me, okay?
She, owner?
Yeah, next door, yes.
Is that, I mean, you think that should be an open meeting? Or you think that
Yeah, no, I'm about he said that Keller, is it Keller? Or, anyway, they filled it all, because I brought up that. I said, you know, there's been talk that the stuff that you put in there wasn't correct or whatever. He says it's fine. Listen, so all I'm saying is it sat there for all this time. It's not being tested right now. We have an opportunity that the county, instead of giving it to Alton or Granite or whatever, they're gonna give it to us for free. So, what is the?
Wait a minute. You said not for free on a 5-year loan at 0 interest. Now, what's that mean?
Okay, they owe us, Mike, how it works is they owe us $28,000 a year. Hold on, do you understand that? $28,000 a year. Every year, we are approved for up to $28,000 a year. So instead of going up there every year and getting our $28,000 in stuff, that 28 grand will go directly towards paying off that lot. It's 0%, and they give us all the money up front. Here's your money, buy your lot. We as a board would have to vote on to buy the lot, and then that's it. Do you understand?
For how many years?
Yeah, but
It depends on exactly what price it is and divided by 28,000.
I think you got some bad news on the underground part then.
Yep.
I'm quite positive.
You don't want the land for free. I mean, good God.
Well, but you could assume a lot of liability if there is a problem. Okay?
We'll get some testing.
We assume it. The county doesn't, we assume it. Yes, we do.
If I come up with a cure of cancer, I mean, this is like. Okay, go ahead.
No talking.
Yes, sir.
No.
Public counsel.
Can anybody make comment on this? or
Oh,
was that-
public comments are over, I'm sorry. Okay.
Is it my turn? Is it my turn yet?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
My list of things. I'm all for that lot. I think it'd be a great asset to the senior center for more parking. But before we enter into any contract, we need to make sure we pay for some testing to be done, because the remedy and the remediation of that lot, if it has hazmat in it, will cost us more than the cost of the lot.
Yep.
Okay, before we even lay up one piece of curb down or a piece of asphalt, I think it's great. I think it's a great possibility. It sounds wonderful, but I don't want to put ourselves behind the 8 ball with doing that. So, if the owner wants to assume the liability for any hazmat, then that we can do that. I was going to ask Kathy from Roads. When they annex roads, Kathy, do you ever go to those meetings, or do you ever?
We don't have any say in any of it.
Right, I mean, was that pretty much accurate, that we don't have any recourse, it's just an informational purposes that they notify us?
Right, as long as they're surrounded by 3 ways,
Right,
they can.
okay.
Yeah.
Also, this is pretty much for Bones and maybe Vicky. In December of last year, we approved our insurance for the township. We only had 2 bids because TOI came out and bid it also. Myself, I'd like to see 3 bids. It's over $100,000 in cost to the taxpayers, and I think we owe it to them to have 3 competitive bids.
That sounds
Our
like.
current carrier and 2 others. So I think, it's October now. We have 1 more meeting before that meeting. I'm just asking that you go out and get the bids for that, because I voted no on it last year because there's only 1 bid solicited. And I will not vote for it again, because we need to competitively bid these things, not just sole source. And,
No, and again, that's why the calendar, again, we things like
I
this
have my
would
own.
be great.
So, yeah.
Well, it was,
I know, but next month we're talking about the levy.
I know. You may know that, I may know that, but not everybody may know that.
I know. So, okay, that's all I have, sir.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else?
No.
We're moving on to approval of bills.
General assistance is for $12,906.85.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Any questions? If none, roll call.
Trustee Foley,
Aye.
Trustee Cox,
Yes.
Trustee Hopkins,
Yes.
Trustee Stack,
Yes.
Supervisor Allen.
Aye.
Road and Bridge. Road and Bridge General is $48,438.33. Road and Bridge Permanent is $5,445.28. Road and Bridge Social Security and Medicare is $8,248.12. Road and Bridge Insurance is $9,696. Road and Bridge IMRF is $4,956.75. Total of $76,784.48.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Any questions? If none, roll call.
Trustee Foley,
Aye.
Trustee Cox,
Yes.
Trustee Hopkins,
Yes.
Trustee Stack,
Yes.
Supervisor Allen.
Aye.
The Road and Bridge Equipment is $44,900.
So moved.
Seconded. What'd we buy? Okay. What'd we buy?
I'm sorry, she was showing, what,
It was a $44,000 piece of equipment.
oh, what did we just buy?
Is that a
Oh, we
truck?
got a new, tractor.
Okay. Thank you.
And with a trade-in, right, Kathy? And we had a trade-in also, right?
Yes.
I think you got a pretty good
Yeah.
trade-in too. Roll call.
Trustee Foley, Trustee Cox,
Yes.
Trustee Hopkins,
Yes.
Trustee Stack,
Yes.
Supervisor Allen.
Aye.
Town Fund is $86,493.02.
So moved.
Second.
I got a couple, a comment and a question. First, I really like this layout. The only thing I didn't know if this would be possible, and I would think it would have to be, because you would have to have it on your end too. But on another line that maybe where we are to budget, that would really help, I think, moving forward. So I know we can't vote on it. That's just what I think that would, because it's great to know our bank balances, but again, how much have we spent compared to our budget? I would love that. And then my only questions are just a couple, like when I see things like the Culvers for like $150 out of the town fund and stuff, I know it's not a lot, but what is that for?
That was for the senior center open house last week.
Okay, great. And then like when it's bills, I guess it's big reimbursements to you.
That was for my insurance, yes.
Okay, and then the smaller one?
That was probably for travel or something else that I bought and got reimbursed for. You should have receipts in your packet for that.
Yeah, because I mean I can't tell. Like it doesn't say for big. So I guess the only other thing that I would love, and then I wouldn't even have to ever answer questions. is just to see, like, even like tonight, like when the road and bridge, 44,900, just to know that that was for a new tractor.
Memo.
You know, a memo, right, because it's like, what am I voting on 44, you know, and it's, so, I'm
Darren,
just.
this is a work in progress. I was waiting until our audit was done, so I knew exactly figures, and then we can just do whatever, as far as however you want the spreadsheet to look, that's great.
From when we got here, this is night and day. So I know it, you know, I'm just saying that we're getting close, so.
We had a motion and a second, roll call.
Trustee Foley,
Aye.
trustee Cox,
Yes.
trustee Hopkins,
Yes.
trustee Stack,
Aye.
Supervisor Allen.
Aye.
Township Senior Center Building, $2,059.08. Township Senior Center lunch is $2,966.03, for a total of $5,025.11.
So moved.
Motion second. We have a motion and a second here, okay. Any questions? If none, roll call.
Trustee Foley,
Aye.
trustee Cox,
Yes.
trustee Hopkins,
Yes.
trustee Stack,
Aye.
Supervisor Allen.
Aye.
That's all the bills.
That's all the bills. Okay, moving on, correspondence.
We received a thank you from Twin Echo School. Vicki, thank you so much for the school supplies. They will definitely be put to good use. We really appreciate you thinking of us, Twin Echo School. And then a thank you from Andy Artemis,
Yes.
Artemisi and Mindy Schmick. Says all, thank you so much for the generous donation in our dad's memory. He truly loved the time he got to spend at the senior center and all the wonderful people he met, like Andy Artemisi and Mindy Schmick. And that's it.
Unfinished business, there's none. Okay.
Can I just ask
Go
a
ahead.
question, and hopefully our attorney will help out? Because we did talk about this lot, and I'm fine with that idea, Dan, getting it tested. Do we need board approval? Because there's a timeline, here's why. There's a timeline that is very, I've been trying to push this, because if we lose it, we'll have to wait a whole year. And so my point is this: can Terry make the decision if it's under a certain dollar amount to pay to get it tested?
You can approve up to 20,000.
Oh, okay, so then that would be great. Terry, I'll come talk to you and we'll move forward with that. If that's what makes you guys happy, we'll do that.
New business.
Collinsville.
Vote on a donation request for the Collinsville Corral. He's unable to make it tonight, so
Yeah.
whatever you guys want to do, I guess.
Is there an amount in here?
It says $100 for the
That's
The
what we've
sponsor.
given them before.
Motion to approve $100 donation.
We have a motion, you have a second?
Second.
Is it a 501c or?
What they are.
I don't,
I don't know.
I can't remember exactly what it was.
That's a good question,
That is a
and that's
great
something that we can't give unless it is a 501c.
Right.
I would call my motion, and then, can I make my motion contingent upon them being a 501c3?
I mean, well, when is the event? When is it? I mean.
Well, it's not, they just put on different musicals through the year.
Okay,
If
so
you wanna
perhaps they
sponsor
can
a
come in and
musical,
tell us about it.
It's $100.
That'd be awesome, if they could come in.
I'll withdraw my second.
That's fine.
Moving on.
Yeah, I'm not done.
That's all right.
Oh, vote on a donation request for law enforcement torch run for Special Olympics.
They're
There's
here.
someone here to speak on it, Dana.
They're here.
Good evening, my name is Dana Yankee and I'm with the Law Enforcement Torch Run. I am the coordinator for Southwestern Correctional Center in East St. Louis. I am a resident here in Collinsville, so I've been the coordinator for the last 3 years. The Law Enforcement Torch Run, it is the single largest year-round fundraising movement benefiting the Special Olympics of Illinois. they have two goals. One is to raise money and to gain awareness for the athletes who participate in the Special Olympics. So our main goal is to raise money so the kids don't have to pay anything, basically to go to all of these events. What we do is we participate in the Polar Plunge, Dunkin' Donuts Cop on a Rooftop, Texas Roadhouse benefits, the truck convoy, which you see Troy just did theirs, plane pull events. Since 1986, the Law Enforcement Torch Run has raised nearly $52 million by increasing the awareness of Special Olympics athletes and their accomplishments. Now, with me being with the Department of Corrections, last year we were the top fundraiser and we raised a total of $169,000 for the state of Illinois for the Special Olympics. So each facility has their own coordinator, and like I said, I'm with Southwestern. And so I'm just asking, I keep doing the events, and so I like to contact my community where I grew up here and where I live to help out and just ask for direct donations. And I'm doing a vendor fair at Caseyville. I'd like to put that out there too, at the community center November 17th to help raise funds.
Are you collecting separate from the Collinsville Police Department?
Collinsville Police Department does theirs. We work with Caseyville, we work with Collinsville. We did our torch run, and we passed the torch off to Collinsville. So it's kind of like everybody does work together. It's
I
for the
know how it
same
works.
cause.
I used to work on it.
Yeah, it's for the same cause. So I just am
That's-
asking for Southwestern,
I know, I
so.
mean, but your facility isn't in our township.
No, it is not.
Collinsville Police is
You're right,
raising money
you're
for
right.
the
No,
same
it isn't.
cause. I mean, I'm all for the Special Olympics, but
You're right, no, it is not. I live here, that's why I called and asked.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't get as much, where our facility sits, and we are a small facility.
So can I ask, so, for me to understand it, so, all the money goes to the same,
It
basically
does.
your facility? Your 169,000 last year that you.
Was through the Department of Corrections.
all the facilities in the state.
All the
Right,
correctional
right.
facilities, not including the
I guess my point
departments.
is, if we gave to Collinsville,
Collinsville, that's.
yeah, I mean, cause I've
It's the
done
same,
Polar
it's the
Plunge.
same thing.
Gotcha.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's a great
So if you
thing.
gave to
But-
Collinsville Police Department, it would be no different than if you gave it to me.
My
It would all
point
go
is,
to the
if
same
we
thing.
give to you, then they're gonna say, hey, what about us?
Well, I think you're saying give to Collinsville,
And
correct?
if that's what you wanna do, if no one has come up and asked, then.
And I appreciate you coming, cause
Yeah,
you're
no.
doing them a favor, right?
Yeah, at least
If
you're
you wanna
saying-
give the
you're standing
Collinsville
here.
Police Department to give, then as far as I'm concerned, it all goes to them.
Yeah,
Right.
It all
It all
goes to
goes
the kids, and I have
Yeah.
no problem with
Okay.
that, so.
I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
I'm retired from there, so I will, if I didn't bring that up, I would've,
I
I
think
would've caught
Trent,
it.
I think Trent Ross is the one that, Trent
know.
is the one in this
Yes.
area, so
Yeah.
I say go ahead, and if you guys feel more comfortable giving it Collinsville, then give it Collinsville.
I'll
Like I
have him
said,
write you
I'm
a
not-
thank you.
I'm not, it's for
You're right,
the
it's
kids,
not,
so
right.
I'll continue doing what I'm
Okay.
doing, and,
I hope you understand where I'm coming from.
no, I absolutely do. Like I said, I'm from this community. I was, raised here, and so this is my first instinct is to come where I'm familiar. So,
Right.
but I absolutely have no problem.
My
with
dad
it.
went to
Like I
high
said-
school there where you were.
Yeah, my dad did too. So, I'm good with that. My husband's a Caseville police officer, so it's all the same community. So I'm fine either way.
I'm like some of these other guys and stuff like that. Because it's all going for the same cause, that's one thing. But because you guys aren't centered here in Collinsville Township, we get in a box.
And
If
like
we
I said,
donate-
I completely understand. And the reason, like I said, the reason I came here, the reason I asked
So
was
if somebody
because I
came-
am part of this community.
Dan, can you
So
get
that's
somebody
why.
to come
Oh, I will.
Okay, Dan will get somebody to come from Collinsville on that, because we can do that.
Right, and like I said,
Collinsville, Maryville, we can do that.
or
Couldn't
can I
somebody
not
make a
ask on their
motion tonight?
behalf and then you send it to them?
Their 501, yeah, that's why I was.
It is,
they are.
it is,
They
are.
Special Olympics is a
I mean,
501c3.
so then we can make a
I'm gonna
motion
approve
this
it.
evening.
Give it to the council, please.
Yeah.
You just give it, submit it
Yeah.
to Council Police
Right,
Department.
and because when is the torch run?
The torch run was in June, so what it is this is all year long.
Gotcha.
So we do events
Yeah,
all year long.
Polar Plunge will be coming up and
Well,
right.
yeah, the Polar Plunge will be again in, February, so,
Did you have an amount? that you were looking
I didn't. So anything, like I said, any amount would be generous.
Is there any
So-
sponsorships that, you know, that they sell or anything like that?
No, like, well, we, and actually Collinsville was, they were just, I don't know, well, no, they were just at Schnucks. We sell the t-shirts. This is one of the t-shirts this year. So,
Mhm.
no, if you do over a certain amount, which is very, I think it's $1,000 to be on the t-shirt. So that'll be for next year.
Right.
But no, I think any amount is generous. So whatever anybody wants to make a motion for, and if you would send it to Collinsville, if I can make
Yeah.
that tonight.
Absolutely.
Instead of
Yeah.
waiting another.
How about you make the motion?
I will make
Yeah,
a motion.
let's change it up a little
Wait,
bit.
wait a minute,
No
Mike's got
problem
his
with
hand
that.
up.
I make a motion that we give $250 to, in the name of Collinsville Police Department and Maryville Police Department. Can we do it that way?
Yeah, they're both in the township.
Yeah.
We have a
Thank you.
motion by Mike, do we have a
Good
second?
work.
Well, we're probably gonna end up doing 125 and 125 because they both have their own separate fundraising. So we need to split it like that, Vicki, I guess we'll do that,
Right,
but
just as long as she writes it down on the.
yeah, $250 between the two agencies, Maryville and Collinsville.
I'll second that.
We got a motion by Mike, second. Second. Okay.
Okay, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
I
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
man.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being
Thanks for
here.
coming.
Trent owes you
All in favor?
lunch.
It's fine.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have.
You got a roll call.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Where'd you go to
Yeah,
lunch?
that's all
See,
right.
we spent money, we got a roll call.
Yeah.
Trustee Foley,
No.
Aye.
trustee Cox,
Yes.
trustee Hopkins,
Yes.
trustee Stack, supervisor Allen. Supervisor Allen.
Aye. I didn't hear it. Closed session, okay.
No, the bids.
You still on the bids? Discuss bids for, for the township office. On discussing the bids, anybody else?
Okay. Confused.
Well,
What are we doing?
So the next agenda item is discuss bids for awnings for township office.
Okay.
I know a little bit about this because Vicki called and asked me my thoughts.
Yeah, we've been going through this for
Right,
quite
well,
a while.
we got a bid from Miller Mock for $2,940. Are they here? Anybody here from Miller Mock? No.
No, they
And
don't.
then the other bid, I assume it's for the same work. It's $1,575,
It's a foot shorter than the Miller and Mott one.
a foot shorter. Okay.
As far as the-
I mean,
Before we move on, just briefly explain what we're talking about.
I'm gonna do that. The awning, the one awning over the building
Oh,
needs new fabric. Over
what
the-
building, where at?
On the back
The
of our
office
building.
The office, the township office building.
Okay.
It needs needs fabric replaced. And then the other piece is an additional awning, is that correct? Over
Over the door on
the
the.
door that, on the door they put in.
The assessor's office.
Egress door. Right. So,
Two awnings, one being replaced, and then one full metal, everything.
right. And I mean, it's twice as much. One's St. Louis company, one's Collinsville company.
Yeah, what?
You know, I just asked for at least more than one bid when she called me, I said, so.
I tried for 3. The third person never called me. They
Okay.
called back and never showed up, so.
All right, that's fine.
The Collinsville company is more money, but we've known they've used
It's a union.
good
They're
products.
used in union
I know
work.
that.
I guess my question would be to them, well, why is it double? Like,
That's why I asked if they were here, I was gonna ask the same
Right.
question.
Because, I mean,
I just,
there's nothing legally binding us to a Collinsville company.
you know.
I mean, it could,
Unless, you know.
double is double. I mean, that's
Oh, I
a
know.
big difference.
If the other one's using the same product, that's.
That's what I'm trying to say, is it
We
the
have
same
a-
material?
We have a fiduciary
Is it-
responsibility to spend our money wisely.
Right. But you said earlier, the supervisor can go and do this without the board's approval?
Could have, but I think they just brought it.
No, I mean, you brought it to our attention.
No, I'm just happy to have everybody jump in, yeah.
Right.
I mean, so,
There's nothing urgent about this, but
Miller Mock, are they union affiliated?
Yes.
What about this one?
well,
I doubt it.
They're
I
not.
don't know that.
Bet on
They're
that.
not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Called and asked.
Fair
The
enough.
difference was so much, I called and asked.
And how long is this gonna take, this whole process? Is it an afternoon we're talking about, or what,
For what?
to put these awnings on?
Well, they have to order the materials and everything first, and then,
They'll make it, it might be
2 to 3 weeks.
3 or 4 weeks.
No, I'm just saying that, I mean,
think
Dan
what
said
you're
it.
asking is installation of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the biggest union job ever. I mean, all I'm saying is, it's really his call, I guess, and if you can get some information maybe and go with what you think's the best, I mean,
Well, my thing is, we'd try to find out if they're both using the same products.
that's right.
That's,
I'd like to have some information about this outfit from St. Louis.
Well, I'm familiar with them.
Are you?
Yeah,
they're a good company.
I haven't heard of them.
they do most, oh yeah, they're huge.
And we're talking about awnings that are on the back.
The last
that-
10 years, yeah.
Right, I mean, it's not, so I'm for the lower price one, even though, you know, but I could go the other way, but that's a big difference in money.
Jefferson's sheet here says production schedule 8 weeks. Miller Mark says 2 to 3 week delivery. So, that could be a difference too, I don't know.
I know Miller does great work and stuff like that. They might be a little bit higher, but that's where I lean.
Well, I know him personally, I like him.
Yes, sir.
You were asking if Collinsville Coral Corral has a 501c3. I'm friends with that group. Yes, they do.
Okay.
Thanks, Brad.
Thank you.
Move on, or
Well,
what do you want
I
to do?
mean, we're gonna do it tonight, or you wanna, need to try to find more about it?
We're getting later into the year, too.
do you want to make a motion on Miller Mark?
I'll make the motion.
Okay.
I mean, it's a Collinsville company, I mean,
And this is coming out of what budget?
they office,
I mean, it's not coming out of the general assistance, is it?
no.
No.
You promise?
What's it coming out?
it's coming out of the town building fund.
Right, so it is coming out of general assistance.
No, general assistance.
They're not gonna split it 3 ways.
I don't want them to split it 3 ways, just take it out of the
No.
township fund.
No, it's coming out of the
But that's
town
the way
building.
it happened
and
last year, is
improvement.
why I'm asking. So, if the motion could be that it comes out of, if it does not come out of the general assistance fund, then I can go for it, and it's,
She just told you.
It's coming out of the general building, the town building fund, building improvement fund.
Dan,
It's coming out
you
of
can
the town
explain.
building fund.
I'll second the motion.
You have a motion and a second to go with the Collinsville company.
Yeah.
Any questions?
I'm just going to trust that
Then roll
it's not coming out of general assistance.
I won't.
Roll call.
Yeah.
Trustee Foley,
Aye.
trustee Cox,
Yes.
trustee Hopkins,
Yes.
trustee Stack,
Aye.
supervisor Allen.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe just ask if there's any comments.
Well, can I make a motion to move the closed session to after the road commissioner comments?
Yep.
Okay, I'd like to make the motion to move that so we can go ahead and hear the assessor and the road commissioner's comments.
Yes.
There's no reason to go in closed session, is there yet?
There's a motion on the floor.
Okay.
Second.
Motion.
Okay.
And then my other, just, moving forward, that would be nice to always have that at the end. We wouldn't have to do this again, you know, if we're gonna go into closed session, just always put closed session, to go into closed session at the very end of the agenda.
It's gotta be in the business
New
at the
business,
end.
isn't it?
Well, then move the assessor, I'm just saying, go ahead, let's vote.
Well, first, we got any?
No, we have to
any
vote
comments?
to move it up.
There's a motion to move adjust the agenda to go to the executive session after the
Oh.
assessors and road commissioners comments.
Oh, yeah, that's after, that's what I was asking her if she has anything to say.
So we have to-
There's a motion and second on the floor.
Okay, okay, now I got you.
There's a
Trustee
motion and
Foley?
second on the floor to move this.
Yes.
Trustee Foley,
Aye.
trustee Cox.
Yes.
Trustee Hopkins,
Yes.
trustee Stack,
Aye.
supervisor Allen.
Aye.
So now it's assessor's comment.
So anybody in the assessor's office?
There's someone here.
If none, we'll pass.
Road and Bridge, road commissioner.
Okay. A road and bridge, we did road and bridge. Yeah.
Kathy, do you have anything to say?
Maybe you did.
No, they finished paving California today. We did an intergovernmental agreement with the city, did it up to their point, and then we took over and did our portion to the end of California, so that's all been repaved the last couple of days.
I bet that looks nice.
Yeah. Besides that, normal, what we do is going on right now. I don't know that, I heard that they were redoing part of Troy Road, so we should be getting close to them doing our portion. That should be coming up next, so.
That's the portion that they're talking about annexing, Kathy?
No. No, it's,
That road there
Yeah.
by the new high school?
no,
Not
that's
the
not
high
what they're
school?
talking about annexing.
Okay, what are they annexing?
Well, right now, it's all in hearsay, so I don't really.
You don't know, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it hadn't happened yet.
yeah. So,
I've heard that.
Is that everything on that?
Motion to adjourn.
No, we gotta go into, a motion to go into a closed session.
We don't have anything?
I will, Mike.
Second.
I'd like to make a motion pursuant to 5 ILCS 122C, go into closed session to discuss employment, appointments, compensation of employees.
We have a motion and a second.
Second.
Any questions? If not, roll call.
Trustee Foley,
No.
trustee Cox,
Yes.
trustee Hopkins,
Yes.
trustee Stack,
Yes.
supervisor Allen.
Yes.
Thank you all for coming.
Very